Hello peeps, hope you're all having a good day. Welcome back to the channel. Please like, share and subscribe, comment, all that stuff. So it was a Rangers Celtic game today, finished nothing each, so heard it was a shite game anyway, but I didn't get to see it. I had a wee kind of outing planned for today, so a couple of weeks ago somebody gave me the date and time of a planned peaceful protest outside the Bruce Hotel in East Kilbride. Now, obviously, there's a lot of protests going up and down the country against illegal immigration, people coming here on ribs and getting put on hotels, given free this, free that, whatever. And then a lot of them, some of them, or a significant number, are going out and filming kids, committing crimes, making people feel really uneasy, like fucking kidnapping swans and wildlife, like probably to eat it. So this is giving a lot of cause for concern up and down the country and Ireland, a lot of places, which is pretty standard if you ask me. I'm surprised it's took this long with a lot of the stuff that's happened, and a lot of people are putting there's a lot of distrust in the mainstream media and the government, because the government will piss up your back and tell you it's raining anyway, but it seems that a lot of journalism has resorted to just outright psyops. Like, nobody trusts the media anymore, so that's why a lot of people are turning to platforms like YouTube or whatever, because somebody can just go and film that, and then you can make your own mind up. So that's that. But there's another protest planned for Holyrood, which I think is the 6th of September. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But it's the first week of September, leading up to the march in London on the 13th. So I imagine that's going to be the big one, right? A friend of mine, she's gone. She's already booked her travel in her hotel room, all that stuff. So people are speaking up. Like, my pals, known her all my life, goes to went to school with her not, and people are scared, right? So at the end of the day, like, you've got a right to protest and speak up and say your bit. It's just how you say it. So I got the word that there was a protest outside the Bruce Hotel, right? So I was like, I'm going to go and film it. I'm going to go up and film that. Obviously, because I had went and filmed the one in Glasgow Town Centre a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, why not just film this one as well? Get to talk to some people, because the more I get out and with a GoPro and getting about interviewing people and all that kind of stuff, the more I'm going to get used to doing it. So I went up with Christopher, and when we get off the bus, right, I'm walking round the corner where this hotel is, right, and I'm sitting thinking, this is a bit quiet, but I just thought, Rangers and Celtic are playing today, it's going to be quite a lot. It's always quiet when that game is running, but before and after it, you know the script. So we've walked round, and there was just two cops standing talking to one guy, right? And when they stopped talking to him, I seen that he had like all these badges on his hat, like lest we forget, the poppy, fucking, excuse me, he had like 3 or 4 like army badges on his hat. And I was like, fuck's sake, man, where'd you serve, bro? He's like, I wasn't in the army. And I'm like, all right. So I just love Britain or something. Then he's like, he didn't ask me if I was filming him. He's like, he says, are you filming? I'm not filming you, but he's like, I don't get me in that. And I was like, I fucking will not, fuck's sake, I'm not here to film you. But he gave me a vibe as if, like, I don't know. But anyway, let's not get into that. So the police walked up to me and they're like, are you here for the protest? And I'm like, aye. And they said, right, no bother, we might need to ask you to move depending on the numbers that turn up. So I'm sitting thinking, I've got here at 10 to 12, the protest was meant to start at 12. Why is there nobody here? Like, there's one guy that for what I've seen. And I'm sitting thinking to myself, something isn't right here. So I'm kind of looking at Christopher and thinking, what, we've come up here and it's been a pure farce. Now, I don't know if it was lack of planning, lack of people want to go, or maybe everybody was on the sesh last night because of the football the day. I don't know, right? But all I can say is, if it wasn't down to poor planning, then what the fuck is going on? Because for people who are going online and who are saying this and who are saying that, your presence will be more appreciated at a protest like that. Obviously, you need to stay within the bounds of the law, because acting like a nutter is not going to benefit anybody. It's just going to get you to jail, get you tarnished, get you this, get you that. Aye, there's certain things, come on, you know the script. There's certain things where you might need to roll the dice, but unless you're being assaulted or fucking in fear of your safety, whatever, then it's not, I mean, keep your head. But I find I was just sitting thinking, like, I hope this isn't because of the football. But then another two boys came walking around, and I swore I knew one of these guys for the jail, and I'm like, what jail was I in with you? And he's like, yeah, I've never been in jail, so we've burst out laughing. I was like, mate, you're the absolute spit of somebody I was in the jail with, and I can't remember who the fuck it was. Just like one of the ones, as soon as he tells you his name, you're going to remember where you know him for. So we've ended up talking, right? So there was me, Christopher, and these two other guys, right? And we were just saying how we ended up, we walked away from the front of the hotel because we knew nobody was showing up. And I was like, that's terrible, that's quite sickening and deflating as well. Like, look at the size of the man in Glasgow a couple of weeks ago. That was mobbed compared to this anyway. So there is people out there who have like genuine concerns, and the only way you, I don't know, maybe you think going to a protest isn't going to do nothing for you. Well, maybe there's button bashing. Do you know what I mean? But when we walked around the corner, so this hotel is joined onto an indoor shopping centre, right? And one of the employees came walking around, right? He was like a security guard or something, walkie-talkie and all that. And he's like, I'm like, he's heavy. I don't know if somebody's radioed him to walk past us and kind of tune in or see what we're doing or whatever. And because we were staying in like an underpass bit. And he walked around and one of the guys like him, what's your take on all this? And I was like, he said, get them all to fuck. And I was like, whoa, fucking hell, what? Didn't see that coming. I thought he was just going, like, let everybody else have no got an opinion or doesn't bother me or whatever. And I was like, aye, how's that? And just started talking to him. And he's like, they're coming into our shopping centre. They're going up to the ice rink and they're filming young lassies, underage lassies and all that. And I'm like, you're fucking kidding. He's like, no, and see, he's like, we've took phones off them. And when you get into the phone, you must be like, geez, whatever it is, right? And unless it's like the shitey phones are getting, maybe no got that. And he's saying how he's like, you can't find it in their gallery. He's like, I think they've got a hidden folder on all their phones. I was like, or maybe they're archiving it, so that you need to go into the folder, sort of thing. But it was just making the hair on the back of my neck stand up. And the other guy was like, I've got a 5-year-old daughter. Any one of them come near. I was like, rightfully so, mate, rightfully so. Not even just them, anybody, mate. You need to protect your cubs, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it's an illegal immigrant, a non-immigrant, a white guy, whatever it is, right? If somebody's trying to hurt your child, then it's DEFCON 4, innit? But see, one of the weird things was, right, me and Christopher, we just went and came home, right? But when I was looking into my research, right, so look at this, right? I want to show you some stuff, right? Hold on. So this is an article for the 26th of February 2020. So that's just like COVID, during COVID, right? Iconic East Kilbride Hotel put up for sale for a cool 1.5 million. Right, so this is the hotel in question. What are your memories of the Bruce Hotel? Do you know what? I'm not going to lie, right? I've been up and down to East Kilbride Centre all my life. Like, even where that security guard was saying these illegal immigrants for the hotel round the corner are filming with lasses, the ice rink. Like, we used to go up there and we were wee guys, and our girlfriends would go in the ice rink and we would all see, like, just stone about causing it and eyeballing people and all that, like other schemes, whatever. But anyway, one of East Kilbride's best known hotels is up for sale. Now, look at the date on this, right? 26th of February 2020. I was only a couple of months. Wait to see all these fucking ads, man. And the iconic Bruce Hotel could be yours for a cool 1.5 million. But 1950, built in 1950, the hotel offers up 92,125 square feet over 6 stories, boasting 65 ensuite bedrooms and 1 bridal suite. The hotel benefits from a spacious lounge, restaurant, ballroom, and 2 conference rooms. Yeah, look at that. That actually looks alright. I'd sleep in that. Sweating moss, fuck's it. For sale via Colliers International, the advertising brochure says the hotel currently offers a rental income of £138,000 from the lower ground Hidden Keg nightclub and restaurant. The Hidden Keg, eh? The brochure says, a fantastic opportunity to acquire an established hotel function business which benefits from consistent trade all year round. Not bad. Look, so this is the restaurant that's underneath that hotel. They've got a restaurant underneath it called the Hidden Keg. Brilliant, mate. The location of the hotel, along with its amenities, attracts a mixed variety of clientele, including corporate, short stays, weddings, and events. So check that. That's like that's underneath that. That's minted, isn't it? Aye, got it made there, pal. The Bruce Hotel is currently owned and operated by a family who are now looking to sell and retire. Right, so that was in 2020. The business would appeal to a variety of hotel operators, including corporate hotel chains, due to the size of the hotel and its location within central Scotland between 2 major cities, Glasgow and Edinburgh. And this is the hotel inside it. What are your memories of the Bruce Hotel? Why not email pictures and takes to us on blah 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 or DM us on Facebook? So there you go there. So this hotel up for sale in 2020, right? And then what I found was, boom, check that. Flagship Lanarkshire Hotel no longer for sale amidst rumours it will help house immigrants for the Home Office. And when was this? 8th of December 2021. Boom. Sale reprieve said to come from agreement with Home Office for use of 60 rooms in the former Jewel in the Crown. 60 rooms. I bet you that full hotels under hangman. So it says the Bruce Hotel in East Kilbride has been taken off the market amidst suggestions it is being used to house immigrants for the Home Office. The reprieve is understood to have come from an agreement with the Home Office for the use of 60 rooms in the town's former Jewel in the Crown, with the hotel said to have received a 6-figure sum to help people seeking asylum. Earlier this year, the hotel remained up for sale for the cool price of £1.5 million, with the estate agents dealing with the sale confirming this week it had been withdrawn from the market. So this was like a year later. Lanarkshire Live was contacted by a source last week with information suggesting an agreement was in place between the flagship hotel and the Home Office to help house migrants displaced from the Middle East. When contacted for a comment, the Bruce Hotel asked, quote, if a story even needs to go in the paper about this, with management refusing to speak to us directly. A staff member there said it's in the works and that we don't have a date yet. Home Office spokesman confirmed hotels were being used as they struggled to house immigrants due to, quote, unprecedented demand, and urged local authorities to help where possible. Wonder if that's how all this student accommodation's been built now. They're throwing houses up everywhere. Don't know. Can't have that many students, can we? However, South Lanarkshire Council appeared to deny any knowledge of the placement of immigrants, stating there, quote, is no funding in place. Hence the question now, where did the funding come from? We're what, 5 years down the line? Fucking bams. That's despite Home Office saying, quote, generous packages of support had been offered to local authorities. Oh, so that's what's happening. Fucking shit rolls downhill, doesn't it? A council spokesman told us, we await details from the Home Office of any intention on their part to place people in South Lanarkshire as part of their asylum seeker dispersal programme. All right. However, we note that in its discussions on this matter with the Home Office, the Convention of Scottish Local Authorities, COSLA, has opposed the current approach in general and the use of hotels specifically. Oh, so what happened then? COSLA has also highlighted there is no funding in place for local statutory services to support people seeking asylum. Right, now remember this season 2021, and now they're housed everywhere. They're getting funded left, right and centre for driving lessons, crochet lessons, fucking whatever. Where is all the funding coming from now? Was that the black hole in the budget? What was it they said it was? Was that where all the money he's got? Nah, good, mate. Fucking governments, man. However, the Home Office recently announced vital updates to the National Transfer Scheme, including more than 20 million of new funding. The new scheme has been designed to address key barriers to local authority participation. In other words, get in line and start fucking housing these cunts for us. That's what that sounds like to me. Up to 20,000 Afghans could seek asylum in the UK under the scheme set up by the UK government in South Lanarkshire, could be set to welcome refugees fleeing the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. Taliban can't die. South Lanarkshire Council previously said they had, quote, a proud record of assisting refugees, housing more than 170 Syrian refugees in the region since 2015. A Home Office spokesman told us, due to the unprecedented demand, we have to use temporary accommodation such as hotels to meet our statutory duties and manage demands on the asylum estate. And we encourage all local authorities to volunteer their support and work with us. That smells like rolling back our services for people that live around here, if I'm being honest, because I've noticed a large shift in the attitudes to the local authority. But it's all in my head. I'm far right, remember. It is right that asylum seekers are distributed fairly across the UK's local authorities, and we are working with councils to assure this happens. We strive to make sure our asylum accommodation represents the best value for money possible. Of the 32 local authorities in Scotland, Glasgow is the only one to come forward to participate in the dispersal scheme to accommodate asylum seekers. We are grateful to them, but other councils need to step up and play their part too. So is this that's what we're playing at, aye? And this was in 2021. So how many hotels have started taking them in? You know what I mean? It's fucking mad. Absolutely crazy, man. But that's the thing, it's like nobody's on here saying, oh, everybody of colour anybody that's no white British is a scumbag and all this crap, right? Like they people getting upset because people are putting their flags up but they've nothing to say when people are walking by with ISIS flags, Hezbollah flags, Palestine, Hamas flags, whatever, Pakistan, whatever. Nobody says nothing about that. That's no far right. That's diversity and inclusion. But if I do it or if you do it, it's far right. It's racist. It's bigoted. Like fucking hell. Like, how can your own country's flag be a form of racism? It's just absolute fucking nonsense, man. But the whole system's fucked. You know what I mean? We need to know who's in our country, who's roaming our streets, who's in our communities. I think we've got enough crime of our own. We don't need to. I think we need to ascertain who's here for the right reasons and who's no. Who's, especially anybody that's committing crimes like taking photos of kids, recording kids. The police say that's not a crime. That's a crime to me, right? What if you found a photo of your child on somebody's phone? Would you not think to me that's a crime, right? So how's recording them not a crime? Or because it's a public space, all right. So it literally has to be in my house to be doing it or whatever inside a, I don't know, it's fucking nonsense, mate. But on that note, what I want to show is another protest that happened elsewhere in Scotland recently. Look at this one in Falkirk, right? Hundreds gather for protest outside hotel housing asylum seekers. Protest and counter-protest saw hundreds of people gather outside a hotel in Falkirk housing asylum seekers. There they are. Aye, they all turned up, these ones. When was this? What's the date on it? I think this was yesterday or the day before. 19 hours ago, right? So hundreds of people gathered to protest and counter-protest outside the hotel housing asylum seekers in Falkirk. Two demonstrations organised by a group called Save Our Future and Our Kids' Futures took place in the town on Saturday. So yesterday. This is the one that happened. The first demonstration saw hundreds of protesters gather outside Labour MP Ewan Steinbank's office. Ewan Steinbank? Imagine that was your second name. Steinbank. Yeah, fucking Steinbank, yeah, man. Fucking steak bake. Steinbank, mate. Oafed. Anyway, protesters gathered outside. Right. So I like that. Protesters. It doesn't say far right thugs and all that shit. Later, more than 200 assembled outside the nearby Claddon Hotel, where asylum seekers are being housed by the Home Office while awaiting their claims to be processed. Posts advertising the protest said the action wasn't, quote, against all immigration, but does oppose illegal immigrants and the use of hotels to house asylum seekers. The anti-immigration group was met by about 200 counter-protesters from trade unions and the campaign group Stand Up to Racism. Fucking idiots. A protester with Save Our Future and Our Kids' Futures told STV News, this needs to stop. They need to be filling the they need to stop filling the hotels. There's people that are homeless. Why are the people who are homeless not getting in the hotels? Counter-protesters said, no human is illegal and we all have a right to a safe place to live. I agree with that, but you need to get your head out your arse. It's a crime to cross a border without documentation. You feel me? So you're getting a bit pedantic with this. No human is illegal. Like they've no right to breathe or whatever. Nobody's saying this. Unless it's a beast, obviously, then it's different, isn't it? But we all have a right to a safe life, not, but we all have a right to live in safety in our own country as well. No everybody that's come here to commit crime, great lasses and all that, but there's a significant number where everybody's that concerned because anytime they see somebody who they think might be an illegal, what's it called, racial profiling or something, it's just a fucked up situation. The government need to do something, mate. But this was it. boom. I thought that's what I was walking into today, something kind of like this. So that's what the post were saying. We need to separate these not. The demonstration is the second in as many weeks outside the Claddon Hotel. There you go, on you go, Falkirk. Following last week's protest, Falkirk Councillor's Chief Executive Kenneth Awry praised Falkirk's long history of welcoming people into the area and said diversity would make the area stronger. Fuck up, Kenneth. Awry said the protests were, quote, concerning and warned those spreading misinformation that they were doing, quote, real harm. That's the magic buzzword, isn't it? Spreading misinformation. While there will always be an important right to protest and assemble as an essential part of our democratic process, some of what we saw at the weekend outside the Claddon Hotel was deeply concerning. Protests that target vulnerable people and repeat false claims do real harm. I don't know what you're talking about there, Kevin. Maybe if you could enlighten us on what the false claims are. Do you know what I mean? They can create division, spread fear, and do not reflect the values of Falkirk as a community. Intimidation and abuse are not acceptable. What else is not acceptable? Targeting women and children because of your dirty fucking mind. Another protest took place outside the facility in Perth last week as tensions have risen in Scotland of the housing of asylum seekers in hotels. On Monday, polling suggested concerns over immigration were in the top 3 issues of concern for Scots. Exactly. Reform UK leader Nigel Farage used an appearance in Scotland to say he thought immigration would become a wider issue north of the border ahead of the Holyrood election next year. Who gives a fuck? You're a dick anyway, mate. But just not in. It's a whole fucking shit show, the whole thing, mate. But I thought I would just come on and do that anyway, because I was hoping to have a bit of content for the day that I could have filmed with a GoPro, because obviously the more times I go up with that, the more use I'm going to get to using it and all that, and then start making different things. But I was deflated a wee bit when I went up there and saw that there was like hardly anybody at it, like 4 people turned up or something, and they weren't all there at the same time. So what am I going to do, you know what I mean? But I got a couple of guys' numbers and that to coordinate if I'll like pass information on or whatever. So it's like concerned parents, you know what I mean? It's no like there was a wee old guy walking by with his dog, and the 2 coppers were walking up, and his dog was doing a shit. And he's like, fucking hell, right in front of the coppers. And I was laughing. I was like, it's all right, they're walking away. So I end up talking to us and all that. It's like, you here for that protest? I was like, aye, I'm not a mad far right nut job at it. And they thought, I'm far right. And I was like, whoa, fucking hell. It's like, aye, fuck them. It's like, what? Like, wow, man. But do you know what? I'm not saying that about everybody, but if you're coming here abusing our system, you've no respect for our culture, you're eating swans and shit and taking photos of kids and all that, like, you need to go, mate. Like, you had to go yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I've no time for, mate. No time for it. Somebody abusing this country's hospitality and generosity. Just get to fuck. That's a rant for the day, troops. And I hope you enjoyed that wee video. And I will see you next time I'm back on. Over and out.